Hello friends, and we continue to study Gerunds Infinitives. And remember, I'm in the previous course and we studied some verbs that are used with some prepositions. And after that, if you wanna use another verb, and it should be in gerund form. And this is about those. And it says just complete the sentences using the verbs in parentheses with an appropriate prepositions. Number one is done. I believe, and believe takes in preposition. So after this, I need to use gerund. I believe in telling the truth no matter what. Ne olursa olsun doğruyu söylemeye inanıyorum. Now read the sentences and then complete the sentences using appropriate prepositions. But pause the video first, please. Number 2. I wish the weather would get better. I'm tired of being inside all the time. I don't go swimming because I'm afraid of drowning. Drown and suda boğulma. Craig is nervous about meeting his girlfriend's parents for the first time. Heyecanlı. I don't know how to thank you for helping me. Bana yardım ettiğinden dolayı. Are you interested in going to a bullfight? İlgileniyor musun? İlgi duyuyor musun gitmeye? I just can't get excited about visiting aquarium for the third time in 2 years. Why do you constantly, always, that means, worry about pleasing your parents? Please means make someone happy. Yani burada memnun etme anlamında. Please. Every summer, I look forward to taking a vacation with my family. Look forward to, bir şeyi dört gözle beklemek. Do you feel like telling me why you are so sad? Feel like telling. I apologize for lying. Lying. Be careful when lie takes ing. We write it like this. But was trying to protect you from the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts. The truth hurt. This is kind of nice expression, and we translate this one into Turkish. Gerçekler acıdır. Bunu böyle çeviriyoruz. Why do you always insist on paying everything? Israr etme. When we go out for dinner. I want you to know that I'm sorry. I don't know if you can ever forgive me for causing you so much trouble. Affetme. I'm not very good at remembering. Be good at remembering names. İsimleri hatırlamada. I'm not happy in my work. I often dream about quitting my job. Leaving, quit. Dream about. Hayal ediyorum. Hayalini kuruyorum. How do you stop someone from doing something you know is wrong? Stop someone from doing. Birine bir şey yapmadan engel olma. I'm too tired to cook, but I hadn't planned on eating out tonight. Plan kurma. Yeme planı. Who's responsible for spilling all these coffee beans all over the floor? Spill, dökme, saçma. Responsible for spilling. Bunu dökmeden kim sorumlu? Anna made a lot of big mistakes at work. That's why she was afraid of losing her job. Be afraid of. İşini kaybetmeden korkuyordu. Now, using by and with to express how something is done. What do I mean by that? Buna ne demek istiyoruz? Pat, turn off the tape recorder by pushing the stop button. Pushing the stop button, yani durdurma düğmesine basarak, yaparak, ederek. Mary goes to work by bus. Mary işe otobüsle. Andrea stirred her coffee with a spoon. Kaşıkla kahvesini karıştırdı. Bir şeyin nasıl yapıldığını göstermek için. And by is used for means of transportation or communication. Şimdi by'ı ne için kullanıyoruz? Ya iletişim, yani ulaşım araçlarında kullanıyoruz ya da iletişim yaparken. For instance, by airplane, and I fly by airplane, or by boat. I go by boat. I go by bus. By car. Be careful. These are the means of transportation. Ulaşım araçları. By subway. Or by metro. By taxi. By train. By foot or on foot. Ulaşım araçları. Communication. By mail. İletişim. Posta ile. By phone. By fax. By email. By air. By land. By sea. Yani bu nasıl iletişim? Bir yere kargo yolluyorsunuz. İşte hava yoluyla mı? Karadan mı? Yoksa deniz yoluyla mı? Bunu belirtmek için. Bunlar da iletişimle ilgili. And some other usages and using by chance, şans eseri, by choice, tercih olarak, by mistake, hataen, by hand, el ile yapılma, by check or sometimes in cash, by credit card, kredi kartıyla. For instance, I wanna pay this bill by check or by credit card. Yani bu faturayı çekle ya da kredi kartıyla ödüyorum derken. I painted this room by mistake. Kazara, hataen bu odayı boyadım derken. Here there is a note and it says with is used for instruments or parts of the body. Eğer with kullanacaksak ya bir alet varsa onu kullanacağız ya da vücudun bir kısmıyla bir şey yapıyorsak. For instance, I cut down the tree with an axe. Balta ile instrument. This is an instrument. That means I cut down the tree by using an axe. Yani balta kullanarak ya da balta ile derken. I swept the floor with a broom. Süpürge ile zemini süpürdüm derken. Alet, instrument. She pointed to a spot on the map with her finger. This is part of the body. İşte vücudun bir kısmı. Tamamı değil. But if we use by hand, that means it is not machine made. It is the man made. Şimdi by hand olarak kullanacaksak bunun anlamı şudur. Yani insan tarafından yapılmış, bir makineyle yapılmış değil anlamında oluyor. Bunun da böyle bir anlamı var. By hand. Yani for instance, this rock was made by hand. That means this rock was not made by machine. Yani makine tarafından yapılmamış. İnsan tarafından. Elle dokunmuş diyoruz ya. İşte elle dokundu derken burada insan faktörü var. Hiç makine kullanılmıyor. A person, not a machine. That means made this rock. Yani makine yapıyor. I touched his shoulder with my hand. Here, part of the body, and here I use with, not by. Dikkat edin. Çünkü burada açıklamada buydu. Vücudun bir kısmıyla bir şey yapıyorsanız o zaman with kullanacaksın. Ama by hand'de iş farklı, vücudun bir kısmıyla da yapsanız o işin tamamen insan tarafından yapıldığını belirtmek için kullanıyoruz. Now we have an exercise in here and complete the sentences following by using by gerund, by plus gerund. Either you can use the expressions or the words in here in this box, or you can use your own words. Pause the video and then try to complete the exercise. Number 1 is done. Students practice written English by writing compositions. Yazarak. Dikkat edin. Number 2, we clean our clothes by washing them in soap and water. Yıkayarak onları. Khalid improved his English by watching a lot of TV. Çok fazla televizyon izleyerek. We met our guests at the door by smiling at them. We satisfy our hunger. Açlığı yatıştırırız. Yatıştırma anlamında burada. By eating something. I figured out what quench means by drinking. Quench, susuzluğu giderme. Alex caught my attention by waving his arms in the air. Wave, sallayarak. My dog shows me she is happy by wagging her tail. Wag, bir hayvanın kuyruğunu sallaması. Wag, wagging her tail. Carmen recovered from her cold in bed and by taking care of herself. Kendine dikkat ederek. Now look at this exercise. Here, complete the exercises using your own words. By plus gerund. Pause the video and then try to complete the sentences. Okay, here are my answers. Şimdi burada benim verdiğim cevaplar var. Of course, yours would be different from mine. You can destroy bacteria in meat by cooking it, pişirerek, or by freezing it, dondurarak. You can cook an egg by frying it, kızartarak, by boiling it, kaynatarak, or by poaching it. Poach means you break the egg into a boiling water and then cook it. Yani kaynar suya bu sefer yumurtayı kırıp orada pişirmek. Buna poach diyoruz. We can improve our English by reading a lot. Reading a lot is some expert and say there are 3 methods to improve your word knowledge. Yani kelime hazinenizi geliştirmek için 3 yol var diyorlar. Bunlar reading, reading, reading. Üçü de okuma. Each of us in our own small way can help conserve the world's natural resources. Yani dünyanın doğal kaynaklarını korumaya yönelik. Neler yapabiliriz? By not wasting water, food, electricity, etc. Yani elimizde olan kullandığımız şeyleri fazla kullanmayarak, gerektiği kadar kullanarak. Yani şu yanlışa düşmemek lazım. Helal olsa ben kazanıyorum, ben ödüyorum. İstediğim gibi kullanırım. Böyle olmuyor. Bu sefer fazla kullanırsan da nihayetinde ister istemez azalacak. Bir takım insanlar kullanmaktan mahrum kalacak. Ve biz biraz da buna fazla para ödemek zorunda kalacağız. Özellikle günümüzde enerji alanında gördüğümüz sıkıntılar bunlardan biri. You can favorably impress a job interviewer by asking questions. Soru sorarak. People can improve their health by exercising. This is one way. Bu olabilir. or by eating less, az yiyerek. Parents can help their young children learn to read by reading aloud to them. Yani onlara sesli okuyarak. We can make the world a better place for future generations by working for peace. This is one solution. Or by not being selfish and greedy. Bencil ve gözü açık olmamak, olmayarak daha güzel bir hale getirebiliriz. Now remember, we use with when something is done by with an instrument. Yani bir şey bir aletle yapıyorsak orada with kullanıyorduk. And here is an exercise about that. Complete the sentences and using appropriate words from the list or in the box in here. Number 1 is done. I swept the floor with a broom. And check these, and then if you don't know the meanings of the words or some of them, you can only consult your dictionary, please. But pause the video and then complete the sentences. Number 2, I sewed a button on my shirt, sewed, dikme, with a needle and thread. I cut the wood with a saw, but this is not the past form of the verb see. Saw is an instrument, testere. I took my temperature with a thermometer. I stirred my coffee with a spoon. I dug a hole in the ground with a shovel. I nailed 2 pieces of wood together with a hammer. Çekiç. I cut the paper with a pair of scissors. Or we can use I cut the paper with scissors. Bu hep çoğul geliyor hatırlarsanız. Or with a pair of scissors. Ancak bunu çevirirken ne deriz? İşte makasla. Biz burada bir çift makas tabirini kullanmayız Türkçe'de. O yüzden makasla deriz. Direkt makasla diyeceksek with scissors. Çünkü bu hep çoğul gelecek. Or with a pair of scissors. Now we have an exercise and using by or with. Complete the sentences using by or with. Number 1 is done. I opened the door with a key. Remember, there's an instrument. I went to Cherryville by bus. This is the means of transportation. Ulaşım aracı, bir alet. Dikkat edin. Now pause the video and then complete the sentences, please. 3. I dried the dishes with a dish towel. Again, this is also an instrument. I went from Portland to San Francisco by train. Means of transportation. Ted drew a straight line with a ruler. Instrument. Cetvel. Is there any way you could touch the ceiling with your foot? Part of the body. With. Some advertisers try to reach target audiences. Hedef kitle demek bu. By mail. Posta ile. Rebecca tightened the screw in the corner of her eyeglasses with her fingernail. Part of the body. I called Bill Paul by mistake. By mistake, hataen. The fastest way to send a copy of a piece of paper halfway around the world is by email. The chef sliced the partially frozen meat into thin strips with a razor-sharp knife. This is an instrument. Some people pay their bills by computer. Again, this is means of something you do. Sally protected her eyes from the sun with her hand, part of the body. My grandmother makes tablecloths by hand. That means tablecloths are made by my grandmother, not by machine. Now we have a reading passage in here. Never be ungrateful. Asla nankör olma. Ungrateful. Nankör demek. It was high summer. High summer means the highest point of summer. Yani yazın zirvesi. The sun was extremely hot. Very, very hot. Two travelers were going along a dusty road that had no trees along its sides. While they were looking for some shelter from the hot sun, shelter is a place that people go and stay temporarily or for a short time. Yani kısa süre kaldığınız bir yer, sığınak. They saw a tree with a big leaves and branches spread like an umbrella. Spread yani go out, açılma, yayılma. They placed their belongings on the ground. Placed means put. They put down their belongings on the ground and sat in the cool, thick shade of the tree. Not thin, that means a lot of shade. After they took some rest, one traveler said to the other, "What a useless tree it is." That means this tree has no benefit, has no use for us. Ne de kullanışsız bir ağaç. It bears no fruits at all. It bears means it gives or it has no fruits or it produces. Hiç meyve vermiyor. After the tree heard this, it felt pinched and burst out. It felt irritated, yani böyle çindiklenmiş gibi hissetti and burst out and start speaking suddenly. Aniden de konuşmaya başladı. You ungrateful soul. On one hand, yani bu ne demek? Seni nankör seni ya da işte senin nankör ruh. On one hand, bir yandan you're taking shelter in my cool shade from the burning heat, very hot heat of the sun. And on the other hand, diğer yandan you are calling me useless. Bana faydasız diyorsun. Get up and leave the place immediately. Kalk ve yeri aniden terk et. And stay in the scorching sun again. Scorching means again, I mean the burning, yakıcı güneşte tekrar dur. Yani never be ungrateful. Now read the sentences and then just check whether they are true or false. Number one, the road the travelers were going along had a few trees. This is false, because the road had no trees. While they were walking, they saw a big umbrella. This is false. They didn't saw a big umbrella. They saw tree. They decided to stay under the tree after they saw it. This is true. Under its shadow. They complained about the tree because it had no fruits. This is true. As they say, what a useless tree it is. It bears no fruits. The tree asked them to go and stay out there. This is true, because they say get up and leave immediately. So never be ungrateful. And be grateful for whatever you have. Yani elinde olan şeye şükretmesini bil derler ya. Now, everyday English. Lucy and Lily are talking. Why don't you ask Gordon to change the light bulb for you? He is always busy. It is easier if I do it myself. Kendim yapsam daha iyi. Watch out. Watch out means be careful. Dikkat et. Do not get yourself electrocuted. Kendini elektriğe kaptırma. Watch out. Thanks for your warning. Anytime. Anytime means you're welcome. Yani bu bir şey değilin günlük kullanımda kullanıldığı kelimelerden biri. Evet arkadaşlar, şimdi dersi burada bitiriyorum. Ancak konumuz bitmiyor. So, see you next time.